Welcome back, y'all. We finally got some information worth talking about for Gears 5. It's been a while. It's been pretty slow the last couple of weeks. We really haven't been given a lot of information from the Coalition regarding the current state of Gears 5 or what's coming up in Operation 4, but we finally got something from their developer stream that happened on Thursday. Before we get into discussing everything that they talked about during the developer live stream, if you enjoy my content and you watch my videos, please consider subscribing, seeing as almost 90% of the people watching my videos aren't subscribed, and it would really help me out a lot. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and these last couple of weeks, the support from everybody has been phenomenal. So I just want to thank everybody that does watch my videos. Alright, enough with that. Let's get into what they actually talked about. The biggest thing being Operation 4, obviously. If you look in Gears 5 at the moment, it says that there's about 2 weeks left until Operation 3 ends, and sadly, that is a little bit of a lie. They confirmed on stream today that Operation 4 will be delayed, which means that Operation 3 will be live for a little bit longer. They didn't say exactly how long, but don't expect for Operation 4 to be coming in the 2 weeks that Gears 5 says it will be. And to be honest, I think this is something that a lot of us already knew was going to happen. Operation 2 was delayed and Operation 3 was delayed by like almost 5 weeks. And I think Operation 3 was delayed like twice. I could be wrong about that, but I do know that Operation 3 was delayed by quite a lot. And with everything happening out in the world right now, the virus still out there and everybody having to work from home, it just wasn't going to happen. Let's be honest. I think a lot of us would want Operation 4 to be coming out when it says it will be coming out, but nobody planned for everybody to start working from home, and it certainly did delay things about a lot. Now, they didn't say exactly how long it's going to be delayed for, but they did assure us that it's not going to be delayed as long as Operation 3 was. So, not 5 weeks. It most likely will be like 2 or 3 weeks at best. Hopefully, 2 weeks. And another reason for it also being delayed is because, according to Dana in the developer stream, he mentioned that this is going to have a lot of stuff players have been asking for, and it's going to be one of the biggest operations. Now, hopefully, that's kind of to be expected. I don't know why you would be going backwards. You want each operation to be better than the last one. So that was sort of expected. But they said that they're going to have a big focus on PvE. So if you're a PvE player, it's good news for you. They didn't go into detail as to what exactly these PvE changes or updates are going to be, but they did say that there's going to be some focus on cards, and they also touched a little bit on how characters are going to be handled in PvE. So if you remember when the car mines were introduced, they weren't given a horde class or an escape class, and they were just made available for versus multiplayer. And they asked if they were going to eventually be given a class or if they were going to be taking over another character's class, and they said that they are going to be changing the way classes work, sort of. Again, they didn't go super into detail, but they did mention that the characters coming in Operation 4 are going to play differently than the current characters we have. So whether that means that they're going to share their class with somebody else, or it's going to be a mix of, a bunch of other characters, we don't know. But be aware that they are changing the class system, which I know quite a few people had issues with. And the next big thing that they talked about during the developer stream is that they won't be having new game modes in Operation 4. I know a lot of people have been wanting Overrun or Beast Mode to be brought back into Gears of War, and they also talked a little bit about that, because they know that the community has been wanting it for a while, but they basically told us it's not coming back anytime soon. But as far as Operation 4 alone, there's going to be no new game modes at all. And that's because they don't want to have another Gridiron or free-for-all situation. And what I mean by that is that free-for-all and Gridiron were extremely popular when the operation first launched. Everybody was playing free-for-all and everybody was playing Gridiron. But after a few weeks, they realized that the player base kind of dropped for those game modes, and they went back to playing regular Team Deathmatch or King of the Hill. So instead of having the team work on new game modes for Gears 5, why not just work on things that are already in the game that can be improved upon, which is something that I don't know why they didn't start doing a lot sooner. And they brought up ranked, because ranked, it's still in a pretty bad spot in my opinion, and they're aware of this. They're aware that ranked could use a lot of improvements, and they've changed it many a time since Gears 5 launched, but they still want to get ranked in a working state, or at least a state that's enjoyable for the player base. So why would they want to work on new game modes when things like ranked still need improvement and also balancing? How are you going to start working on new game modes when certain weapons are still broken? The Lancer, people still complain that the Lancer is still overpowered, and people also complain that the Gnasher is underpowered, at least compared to previous Gears games, and they wanted to be brought back to how it played like in Gears 3 or Gears 4. So yeah, don't expect a big game mode to be the driving force for the operation, because the big selling point for Operation 2 was free-for-all, and the big selling point for Operation 3 was gridiron. So we still don't really know what the big selling point for Operation 4 is going to be. But they did say that next week they're going to give us a lot more information. So make sure you stay up to date with Gears 5 news up next week. And I will be covering that news, so make sure you keep an eye on my channel as well. But anyways, that is basically everything that they covered in the developer stream. They did talk about a few other things that just weren't as important. But overall, we do finally have some more information on Operation 4, which people were kind of left wondering the last couple of weeks what was happening, seeing as this time around the other operations, we basically already had an understanding of like what was to come, right? Let me know what y'all think about Operation 4. What are some things that you're hoping to see get added or changed or improved on? And what are your thoughts on the possible changes to classes in PvE? Yeah, let me know all that in the comments below. But if you enjoyed my video, please leave a like. And if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing. It really helps me out a lot. And as always, hope you have a good one, and catch y'all next time.